10 o'clock at night right now, and it's pretty late for me to decide to record. But I thought I'd just say, I know that like not many people watch my channel, but like sincerest apologies for being away for like literally half a month. I particularly feel like apologizing because I feel like this channel is supposed to be representational of like who I really am and what I really like to do. And I feel like what I post on here is a great reference of what I genuinely want to do with my life. And like sometimes I forget that because I always feel like I'm in competition in terms of like different versions of who I perceive I should be. And somehow everything I do on this channel is essentially who I really am. And I always want to live up to that person, and I never want to forget that person. This channel just makes me remember the question of like, what would you do and who would you be if you were the only person in the world? And that's just something I've been thinking about lately, having been away. Hi guys. Oh yeah, you can totally hear me because the microphone. So I recently went out today and I got some stuff because I'm gonna go to Nevada and it's gonna be hot. A little vacay. I think I have everything. No, I don't. Oh, I'm so excited. So, where do I want to start?
Okay, so first of all, when we were leaving to go to the stores that we went to, basically I found this book, and it's an interesting book. It's about, so far, it's called Tinder as Hellfire, and so far it's been from the perspective of this like young boy. It kind of gives like what is it called? I have the book actually. Where is it? I'm gonna find it. The Outsiders. Here it is. Near my boots. The Outsiders. And basically they're both from the perspective of like a young boy. This one is a lot more, or Tinder as Hellfire by Joe Menno is a little bit more, I would say, intense than The Outsiders. It's a really fun read. I've read, like just today I read up to page 42, so I'll be reading this pretty quickly. There is only about like 200 pages in this book, so I'm really excited to fully absorb this book. Moving on, also something pretty cool that I also got like so far this week is this book called The Science Class You Wish You Had, and I got it. I got actually Tinder as Hellfire and this book, The Science Class You Wish You Had, from Little Free Libraries. There's little free libraries around my area that I like to go to every once in a while and see what they have, and I got these. So this is the sciencey book. It's pretty cool. I've been wanting to read more on sciences. This is by David Elliott Brody and Arnold R. Brody, who are doctors, PhDs. Yeah, it basically talks about what science really means, and like how we were taught, and like, you know, what we were taught but didn't really necessarily like utilize, in a sense, how that applies to real life. Yeah, the little part of the summary says, for everyone interested in science, history, and biographies of extraordinary people, or anyone who wants to understand the workings of the physical world, this thorough and authoritative book is a perfect introduction to science's most profound discoveries and a testament to the triumph of human knowledge. And it talks about Newton, gravity, and the basic laws of physics, Rutherford in Bohr, the structure of the atom, Einstein, the principle of relativity, Hubble, the Big Bang and the formation of the universe, Darwin, evolution and the principle of natural selection, Fleming and Mendel, the cell and genetics, Watson and Crick, the structure of the DNA molecule. So this is really rich with a ton of notable names, and you know, how our education system kind of arranged everything based on the works of these discoverers, philosophers, people who study things. Anyway, so yeah, I picked up these two books. I'm really excited to read them. I also want to mention these two books too. I don't know if I mentioned these. I got these a while ago, but I never really spoke about them over the course of the last 2 weeks that I've not been on YouTube. You guys probably heard of this book. This is The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. It discusses the tipping point, which essentially is like that magic moment where it says ideas, trends, and social behaviors cross a threshold and spread like wildfire. So it talks about, like, for example, it uses or references like epidemics, and our affiliation with epidemics obviously isn't the best, but epidemics in their denotation are essentially things that spread exponentially. How they start, how they continue, and how they are sustained, and things like that. So I really like this actually because it's spoken in a way that I can understand. I think Malcolm understood that, like, he was speaking to a group of people who don't necessarily already practice what he's discussing. So for somebody who's like new to all of this, he walks you through what the tipping point exactly is, and he presents a different perspective in which to analyze the world and what happens during these radical moments in time. So I love that. And then also I got this one book, which is, it says the winner of the Pulitzer. The Tipping Point is an international #1 bestseller. That's how I usually find really good books, is I look at if they were granted anything or if they were nominated or won something. This one is a winner of the Pulitzer Prize, and it's called The Overstory, a novel by Richard Powers. And this is also a #1 New York Times bestseller, as well as the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. This is what it looks like. It looks so whimsy and beautiful. I'm so happy about it. I picked it up actually at my local library, and they have a collection of free books that, you know, they wanted to give. I was actually so surprised because this feels like it hasn't even been read. It doesn't have any wrinkles or love folds, as I like to call them, because a book with a lot of folds or love folds was kind of cherished and read a lot. So I guess I could kind of read the summary. It says it's an impassioned work of activism and resistance that is also a stunning evocation of, so it reflects the natural world. It says the overstory unfolds in concentric rings of interlocking fables that range from antebellum New York to the late 20th century timber wars of the Pacific Northwest and beyond. There is a world alongside ours, vast, slow, interconnected, and resourceful, magnificently inventive, and almost invisible to us. This is the story of a handful of people who learn how to see that the world and who are drawn up into its unfolding catastrophe. This is interesting. A story of a handful of people who learn how to see that world and who to see that world. Oh, the world that is vast, slow, interconnected, resourceful, and magnificently inventive. They learn to see that world and who's drawn up into its unfolding catastrophe. That is so interesting. It's kind of a broad summary, but I am guessing it's heavily philosophical. But it doesn't really tell you exactly what it's about, so I think that's pretty fascinating and exciting. Okay, now going into what I got from, let's start with Marshall, because then we went to Marshall first. I am obsessed with like shiny stuff, so I got this, and this is vanilla sugar. It says vanilla sugar shimmer body oil. Do you mind? Do you mind? I'm doing something. No. Sorry, you gotta get down. Love you. He was very interested in the shimmer body oil. But it smells so good. So I have the collection right here next to me on my bed. So I love EOS's vanilla cashmere. This kind of looks really bent out of shape. Love you. Okay, so this is the vanilla cashmere body lotion. I also have the shower gel, and I also have the whipped oil butter. I love these so much. They smell so good. It's like, my mom actually was so funny because I was in like a gourmand phase, and I still kind of am, but I think that it's not necessarily the gourmand that makes me invested in the product scent. It really is just that like there is like this kind of playfulness to it, but also seriousness. I can't really describe it. I also pair this scent with the Bath and Body Works Victoria's Secret's Bare Vanilla. I like to pair this with the EOS Vanilla Cashmere collection. It smells so good. It's such a nice compliment to these products. And then like also, so that's why I chose this body oil. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cute. It has like a little heart attached to it. And I actually like really like that kind of like dangly sound. If you guys can hear that. I can't wait to see what it looks like when I put it on, but yeah. I'm like so happy about this. I just applied a little bit to my hand. This is kind of what it looks like, if you can even see that. You see it like shimmering? I'm obsessed with it already. Yep, it's body oil. And it doesn't really do much. I mean, it's just like a little glittery or whatever. It's nothing too crazy. It kind of just complements the Vanilla Cashmere set and of course the Victoria's Secret scent Bare Vanilla. But yes, I'm so happy I got that. I also picked up this MAC Powder Kiss liquid lip color. Fun fact for people who are shopping for lip products, maybe in resale stores, but also just like in general, even from like the stores, be mindful because sometimes they'll switch out the product and then they would, since like it's like a well-known product like MAC or whatever, they'll switch out the actual product from the box and then put it into a product that costs less money. And so like now the people at the registers have to start checking the inside of the box to make sure that like the actual product is in the box. So yeah, that's kind of crazy, pretty unfortunate, but that's kind of what we're living in right now. But yes, this is what it looks like. And then when you take it out of the box, this is what it looks like. I've never had a MAC liquid lip thing, but I'm excited because it's like this brown shade. I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy and fully apply it on my lips. I think since it is like a powdery thing, I'll probably apply some like moisturizing balm on my lips and then like dab this around my lips and have that like powdery kind of look. Hopefully it'll look nice, but we'll see. Excited about that. And then finally, last but not least, I got these really cool tees. Firstly, I'll continue on the strain of Marshall's clothing. I got this shirt. She is so beautiful and dainty. It's like kind of like this lacy texture, and it says this is the brand 3030. But yeah, it's really cute. It has this little breast thing. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's cute. It's really, really cute. And then moving on, I got this tee. So this is going into Old Navy now. This is like the men's section. The men's section always has really, really nice stuff. So this is Old Navy, and this is the Western apparel. I guess this is just like a tee that they made. There's like the little design, and then on the back, this is like my favorite part. You'll see like a cowboy on a horse. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I wanted that, and these were for like 10 bucks, so pretty dope. And then I got this really, really big one. I wanted a really, really big shirt, this extra large shirt. So this is Desert Road Rally Lost and Stoked. So this is kind of like a cowboy-esque vibe, which is really cool because we're going to Nevada. And then you guys kind of saw, but this is the picture on the back. Pretty cool. And then I got these two other tees. So I kind of just saw that there was like this cool, I didn't even see the front, but it's supposed to be like a car. It's an auto service invoice on the back of the shirt, which I thought that was pretty cool. And then it shows you like the parts on the front of the shirt. I thought that was pretty dope. And now we move on to the next shirt. Last shirt. This is, it says the Fairway, and it says it's the Fairway Country Club. So on the front it has the Fairway, the little writing on the front, and then on the back it has like a little graphic of like a golf glove and a golf ball. So I thought this was pretty cool. Pretty cute. Whew, that tired me out. It shouldn't have. But yeah, that was my little haul from today, and some of them a couple of days ago. I'm looking at another book, but I already showed you guys that book in my former video. So yeah, that's all I have. That's all I got for today. I feel like I'm gonna go like sleep. It's a good smell. I'm excited for that.